Welcome back, everybody. This is Facetious episode 99, brought to you on Monday, November 27, 2017, right at 6:04 p.m. Central Standard Time. I'm happy to be back in front of your eyeballs and in your ears again. I am one of your hosts. I am Larry, a.k.a. Bluemanrule, and I am joined, as usual, by my main Damie. I guess the tired twosome is what you could call us tonight, but the other man of the twosome is none other than Mike, a.k.a. Scarfinger, a.k.a. Real Talk. What's up, dog?
So
He just ain't got no energy. He's like, so man, so dog. I mean, it is what it is, dog. Did we eat ourselves into a coma this weekend? Like, how everybody had happy Thanksgiving?
I ain't even eat that much. Like, here's what happened to me. I started cooking.
All right,
with my girl.
Word up.
And then she decided she was gonna take a nap.
Okay. Wow.
Basically leaving me
you to finish everything. Well, that's awesome.
So I did most of the cooking by my damn self. I mean, I just basically I put on a playlist and I was just jamming and just cooking and getting it done.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. No, man, we had a good time, dog.
I seen that beard coming in, dog.
Yeah, boy, it's coming in full, ain't he? Yeah, he up in there, dog. So
I'm getting there. I'm getting there underneath. I still got a little bit of itchies, but I'm getting there underneath.
That's all good, man. You'll make it. You'll make it, dog. Like my stuff was coming in eventually, but on Friday, since it's December 1st, I'm going to get him trimmed up. So next week, I'm gonna have him all trim, have him all clean, get a haircut too. Shoot, man, it's gonna be all good. So I'm excited about that. But no, man, we had a good time. My wife cooked a heck of a plate, dog. Like, she cooked a heck of a plate. I'm gonna see if I can find this photo here on my web albums. But man, and then my mom's came over. My mom's came over, brought some ham, and she brought some her own chicken and dressing, and she brought some cheesecake. Man, it was good, dog. Like, it was legit good. So I mean, your boy had a good time. I did eat myself into a coma, though. I'm gonna tell you, I put on 5 pounds. 5 pounds. See, all that day.
That's why I measure myself.
So, yes, Simpson. She brought ham and dressing. So the ham was by itself, but she brought a separate thing of chicken and dressing. So we had ham and chicken and dressing. And man, let me tell you, it was phenomenal. I'm gonna go ahead. I found a picture. So let me go ahead and share this picture real quick for y'all, because this is what my plate looked like that day. I want y'all to see that plate. Can y'all see that plate?
Okay.
Can y'all see the turkey? Can you see the ham, the mac and cheese, my baby girl stuffing, the baked beans, and half a plate of veggies?
Bro, I do not like my food to touch. Like, I would not eat that. I would not eat that plate at all. I'm not a huge fan of my food touching. Like, I'm just really not.
Oh man. All right. So for those who can't see it, guess what's gonna be the album art for this week's show? Simpson say he see that plate.
I just can't. I mean, I see it, but like, I can't roll with that, dog. Like,
who made the mac and cheese? Look, my wife made the mac and cheese. She threw some bacon up in that piece. Yeah, dog. I mean, it was good, dog. It went in. We went in. And even then, my first plate, I even omitted the sweet potato casserole, dog. And you don't see any green beans on there, which we had with bacon. So it's like, it went down, son. It went down. So it was really, really good. And then my wife also made for dessert. She made some, let me go ahead and find this other picture, man. She made this pumpkin cheesecake, dog. We talked about it a little bit last week. And I know you ain't about that pumpkin life.
You're on this pumpkin mess.
Look, man, this pumpkin cheesecake goes hard, son. It is.
I don't even look good,
man. Man, please look the crust. All right, first of all,
I'm just messing with you. I had a back and forth with Chase about pumpkin. And he was just like, "Are you just hating on the pumpkin?" And I was like, "It's just like everything else. I'm not hating. I just know it's not my jam. And I know that if I had any other choice, I'm not gonna choose the pumpkin."
I just can't understand it. I just can't understand the hatred. I can't understand the hatred. Dog.
It's not hatred. It's just like, I know what I like. I stick to what I like. I'm not even gonna try it. Like, look, it's not even like, if you tell me that it's pumpkin in that, And I'm gonna be like, all right, what else you got? You got some pie? Like, what kind of pie? What kind of pie you got? Pumpkin pie? All right, then. You got some banana
I
pudding
got some
around here?
cookies. Like I need some snickerdoodle cookies up in it. So that pumpkin pie actually has as the crust, even though it looks like graham crackers, legitimately snickerdoodle crust, snickerdoodle cookie crust, and it
Okay.
is fire. And then you can see that there's a regular layer of just cheesecake filling in there, and then you throw the pumpkin on top. Man, it was good. Man. Simpson said sweet potato cheesecake is a real deal. Come on, son. Sweet potato cheesecake.
I see.
Sweet potato cheesecake. Okay. All right. Let me get this off of here, man.
I mean, it can't be that much different, right?
I mean, I guess not. I mean, it's just gonna require a lot more to get it down into that paste. You know what I mean? But look, it was good, man. We had a good time. She also made a man, what else did she make? Oh, she made some homemade strawberry ice cream.
Okay.
And then she also made some banana pudding. So yeah, man, it's been going down. It's been going down in the crib. So
I did not make a banana pudding. I did not see my family. It was just me, my girl, and my daughter. So I didn't see my family, so I didn't go through all the bacon and all of that kind of extra stuff.
Oh really? No bacon. See, what my wife normally does around Christmas, though, she always gets the boys in the kitchen, and she always makes Christmas cookies with them.
Okay.
That's just like a little thing that she established, like a little, I guess, holiday, like not a ritual, so to speak, but yeah, tradition. Yeah. So it was all good though, man. We had a really good time. Moms came over, was gonna leave some food. I'm like, all right, she left the cheesecake. She left the cheesecake.
Okay,
so you know, she did all right on that one. But no, man, everything was cool, man. No complaints, bruh. No complaints. Everything cracked off as it was supposed to. So but man, I think it was over the weekend. I know it was sometime last week. Sister said he's hearing diabetic comas. Look here, man. Dog. I must have passed out so many times eating so much food, dog. Like, and that's the one thing about Thanksgiving, man. We're gonna have to ride out on all the comas during Thanksgiving, dog, because the tryptophan mixed in with all the sugar. Look, it ain't no good. That's why, man. Today it was turkey. I had for lunch turkey and the mixed veggies that you saw on that plate. I had half a plate of mixed veggies and 1 to 2 pieces of turkey, and that was it. Okay. So yeah, I'm trying to keep it all down now. Over that last week, but I don't know if it was over the weekend, man. But no, prayers go out for those in Cairo, Egypt, man. There was a mosque, or I guess it was a Sinai mosque, and it was bombed, man. 235 people dead, 109 people wounded, and you know, prayers go out to those families, man.
Absolutely. I had no idea. I haven't paid too much attention to really anything. I kind of like went away from social media a lot because I know social media has a tendency to ruin your feel good.
Yeah, it does. You're right.
So yeah, I hopped in. I sent the thing in my little family group and told them that I missed them and I wish I was there, but I won't gonna make it. So had to talk with a few family members and I just kind of let that ride be.
Yeah, no, I understand, man. Look, I just get these Google News alerts, right? Because I get a newsstand and I flipped it over and I was like, man, and the report started, it was like 100 dead or 150. Then it went up to 184. And I checked it again the day before the show, and sure enough, they just kept rising. So many prayers out there.
Absolutely.
So man,
you say it's just kept rising. I'm the one that's the jerk. Like you talk about all this stuff, and now I can't keep rising to that's stuck in my head now.
Yeah, that's stuck in your head
because of you. This is your fault.
My bad, dog.
Blaming your ass.
But look, man. So we were talking a little bit about it in the chat, man, and there was this lady, and she was talking about, I think her last name, I can't remember her name, Emily something, Landon or something. And she was talking about how, the Me Too movement and everything, and people really standing up against sexual abuse, which I'm all about, right? Like that should never happen, right? Sexual harassment, sexual abuse, that stuff should never happen, especially in the workplace, and where people are using I guess their power and influence in very unsanctimonious ways. And she was in there talking, and she was talking about, well, and they asked her, well, what about innocent people? Like, what if people are coming out making claims against innocent people? Because, I know some people who would come out and just flat out tell a lie again on some people. And she was like, well, that's just a sacrifice we have to be willing to make.
That was the line.
Yeah, and I'm like,
that was the line. When she started talking about sacrificing innocence, I'm like, no, that's the line. No. I can't roll with you on this. Like, I'm all about making sure that our women and our children are protected and all that. I'm all about it. And I'm very much on the train where, when they start talking about this Me Too and stuff like that, I'm down to believe them.
Right.
But you can't but the people who are really expressing their real feelings on the subject, y'all can't let this lady speak for you.
Right.
Because she'd have messed everything up.
If you look at them like, this is not my homies, right? These are not my ninjas.
These are not my ninjas. That's a these are not my ninjas moment. Like, you can't.
It has to be.
No, like, no, lady. Like, I'm sorry, you can't do this. Like,
it would have been okay if she said, look, we need to find some way to vet the allegations. We need to find some way to where innocent men or where grudges or things like that aren't being held, or we need to find some way, but we have to find a solution to this in a proper manner. She was just like, hey man, look, it doesn't matter if it's innocent men go down, then that's the price I'm willing to pay. And I'm like, well, that's all fine and dandy since you ain't paying the price.
That's right. That's not a price you're paying.
Right. You're not paying that price, and no one should pay that price, because I've been accused of stuff that I never did. And let me tell you, it's infuriating being that person when people are accusing you of stuff you never did. And also, these companies are walking these fine lines. Did you know, like, one of the guys at NPR, he actually resigned over some allegations of sexual harassment. And the thing is, they letting people go now over allegations.
Yeah, now, they straight getting people up out of there, and I'm like, yo, like, before you start letting people up out of there, let's make sure that this stuff is straight. Like,
right,
I'm not down with this at all. I'm not down. I'm not down with somebody that claims there needs to be sacrifices. Like, no, lady. I'm gonna need you.
I need you to fall back a little bit.
I'm gonna need you to fall back a lot. And you know what? I'm gonna take you to an auditorium. I'm gonna need you to have all the seats.
Look, man, I can't get behind this unabashed recklessness of trying to do this social reform, right? Because, I mean,
well, wait. I can get behind it, because let's be honest, men are disgusting, and they've been disgusting for quite some time, and it just so happens that now that these men are actually getting they're actually getting, in some cases, they're actually getting what they deserve. But if they don't deserve it, they shouldn't be here.
Right.
That's my whole thing.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I'm saying. And I'm with you. We completely concur. And along those lines, I'm saying this can't be reckless, right? This reform cannot be reckless, because if it's reckless, then you just throwing everything at the wall and hoping something sticks, right? There has to be some type of, I guess, intentional, dedicated effort to move forward, some steps, some plans. But you can't just sit up here and just start throwing people under the bus when people don't deserve to be there. Some of them do. So if some people don't, then maybe we need to pull back and look at how we're getting people under the bus in the first place, right? We need to establish a method to kind of vet that out. I don't think we can be reckless.
The real question is, how do you do that? Like really, how do you do that? But like, like a lot of these women that we're talking about, and a lot of these young men that are involved in this now,
right?
A lot of them have been afraid to come forward because of the people that we're dealing with.
Right, right. But now like I said, I'm about the hashtag, the Me Too. I'm happy to see people coming out. People are feeling emboldened about that to actually come out and say these things that they were scared of saying for so long. And that's great. And it kind of gives them this veil of protection, right? So I am happy about that. Like I said, however, you can't just be willy-nilly out here throwing stuff, right? And you can't you can't say you're willing to sacrifice something when you're not the one sacrificing anything, right?
Correct.
So for me, I like this unabashed attitude of just F it, I'm just gonna forget it. I'm just gonna say what I want to say, and you gonna have to deal with it. Well, that's not necessarily what this First Amendment thing is about, and that's not necessarily gonna benefit a cause in the long run. That's just not gonna help. It's not gonna help. As much as I want the cause to succeed, that's not gonna help. So I had an issue with that, and thanks to my boy Knox for showing that to us, man, because that's just something that's so wrong. Like, where's the moral code?
She was. I think she ended up being run off Twitter. Like, it ended up being something like real serious. They ended up running her off Twitter.
Man, well, like I said, and like I said, man, you can't be out because that's just dangerous, right? When you start talking about stuff like that, then you start talking about dangerous stuff, right?
But like I said, I am the type of person to whereas my first thought is to believe the women,
right?
But my immediate second thought in this is I don't know how we validate it all.
Right? How do you vet it? How do you vet it? It's a simple question.
How do we make sure? How do we make sure that, like, some of these people, like, it's, like Weinstein and some of these other people, it seems like they've been problems for quite some time.
Man, the evidence on that is mounting. Like, even though the evidence is not necessarily a verdict, like, what you do in the dark will come to light, son. Like, absolutely. For real.
And so in that case, it's like, bruh, we need to go ahead and get him up out the paint.
Like, out here, and they did, like, his own company
immediately.
Yeah, they moved him out.
It's no matter how you look at it, I'm on the side of believing these women who felt powerless. But, like, I think, like, in the case, like, when we talk about police officers, right? We talk about police officers, and, like, if you are a police officer, I think if you are a police officer that does something wrong, you should be judged more harshly because you put yourself in that position to be in that realm, in that higher authority. And that's why I think some of these people that are coming forward, if they find out that you lying,
boy,
I'm gonna need you to have all the seats in the jail.
Look here, man. Hey,
I need you to go away for a little while. Just a little while. I need you to go away for a little while.
Just for a second. Like Simpson said, First Amendment doesn't prevent someone from getting their ass whooped, and that's the truth. Like, you just make whatever claims, but they need to be accurate. Because a lot of people from different hoods, dog. You know what I mean? And you might make that allegation or a false allegation on the wrong person, and that's a problem. So, but so Mike, I still can't get over this. I talked about it before, but I just can't get over the Thanksgiving disrespect. I can't get over people already hanging up Christmas lights. I can't get over people already.
They was hanging up Christmas lights right after Halloween, bro. Like, Christmas is getting closer and closer and closer. It's not even Christmas anymore. It's the Christmas season, and the Christmas season starts the day after Halloween. Like, my girl used to work for a retail joint, and the day was it? I don't know whether it was Halloween night or the day after Halloween, but she used to stock for them. It was her second job, so she used to stock for them a little bit. So she would come in and stock all the Christmas stuff the day after, and they would be there all night. That's their long night where they put up all their Christmas stuff the day after Halloween. Bruh,
Goodness.
it's gonna be like the way we going right now. Next year, we gonna have Christmas stuff at Labor Day.
In September, you think it's coming in September, dog?
It's coming. Like what else? I mean, what else? What else? Thing can they creep to? Can we have Christmas stuff at Columbus Day?
I don't know. Could you? No. So I think you're right though, man. Like around here, seriously, the weekend after Halloween, people had lights up, and it's okay if you throw them up because it's still warm enough to put them up. Just don't turn them on. Just don't plug them into the socket. Like just put them up.
No. But if I go through the whole process now, like if I go through the whole process of putting these lights up, you best believe I'm turning all.
I'm plugging the bad boys in.
I'm turning all these on. Hey, we gonna let this ride because I went through the whole process of putting all these things up here. Yeah, we gonna let this ride all the way out. But you know me, I'm kind of like, bro, I ain't trying to do all that. I'm gonna put a reef on the dough. It ain't got no lights on it.
He didn't even say reef. He said reef.
Yeah, I'm gonna put a reef on the dough. I gotta be careful there. I want to say I put some reef on the dough.
Right.
But I'm gonna put a reef on the dough, and then I might put a little something in my windows. But I ain't about to go through all this putting these lights up and stuff. Man, no. Even if I had a house, man, that's just unnecessary. Like who I'm fronting for? Like seriously, at the end of the day, who I'm fronting for?
Who gonna be out there watching it? Who gonna be out there driving by?
I mean, for real, like the people who have like the big house displays and stuff like that, and people go looking at their house
with the lights that change, with the music.
I don't want all the people in my house.
Simpson say he ain't putting up nothing for Christmas, man.
You ain't gonna put a reef up? Like, come on, dog.
Hey, we got a reef to knock on the door. We got the knocker.
You got to put a reef up at least. I mean, I probably ain't gonna do much around here, especially because I'm gonna be spending Christmas by myself this year.
By yourself? All by myself.
Oh no, dog! It's gonna be glorious.
By myself. That's basically what you said.
Yeah, I'm gonna do Christmas right. Like I'm gonna do Christmas right. I'm buying myself everything.
Man, so don't tell me
because also shout out to my people who know exactly what the best thing about December is. Shout out to all my every 2 weeks people that know that December is a 3-check month. Like
boy. Your boy is in there too, man. Shout
out to my 3-check month people. We about to get right.
For real. It's about to go down.
But here's the worst part about Christmas for me is like, I alternate years between Christmas and Thanksgiving. So this was my Thanksgiving year. So I just send all of the stuff to Pooh Bear. And then I got to turn around in February and buy her a birthday gift. Like, so I don't even have time to get me right before I got to get her right again.
Right. Look, man, Black Friday. Look, we're going to talk about Cyber Monday deals that went on. Talk about some of the stuff we got on Black Friday because it was all good, man. So one of the things I picked up.
I was this close. I didn't really buy anything.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't really buy anything at all, but I was this close. My bonus came in. My first manager bonus came in. Nice. I was this close to pulling the trigger on a gaming PC I saw in Walmart.
Really? All right. Next time, shoot me the specs, man. We'll talk about it.
No, it was an HP. It had an i5 in it. It was much better specs than my Alpha.
Right.
Like so, it had an i5 in there. It had it only had 8 gigs of RAM, but I could put some RAM in it.
Right.
It had a terabyte drive. And it had, I can't remember the video card. But it had like it had some NVIDIA,
right.
Like
probably 1060. Probably 1060.
Something like that. 1060, 1050. Who cares? I mean, I'm gonna use it to play RimWorld, like Prison Architect.
You don't really need much.
But it's a desktop, and it's not a console form factor.
Oh,
like the Alpha. So that when I want to put something in it,
You're gonna be good.
It's available for me to do so.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I was looking at that. And then I'm gonna get an alpha to Pooh Bear because I don't really want to buy Windows, and because the alpha needs so much more than that. But she can play the Sims on it. Have a ball.
Yeah. No. And Simpson said, we talking about Christmas. He said he had Christmas by himself and drank brown liquor. Now, one thing that we were talking about.
I got a fifth of Hennessy in there.
Look at it. Simpson said he does Hennessy days. He has people over to the crib and they drink Hennessy. But nevertheless,
I can't drink it straight though. Like I'm gonna be real with you, dog. I'm gonna be real with you. I can't drink it straight. I can't drink nothing straight.
Nah, man, you can't. Some stuff is acceptable. Some stuff tough. Some stuff.
My girl drinks Captain straight, dog. Like,
Captain Fuerte, man. But it's not as strong as some stuff. It's not as strong as some stuff, and it depends on if it's light or dark because they have different bite.
I took a sip of that Captain straight and immediately threw up. Like I can't do it. I can do like a rum and coke. Give me a rum and coke or something.
What if
like
you have
that.
it chill though? Like if you have it chill,
it was chill. It was chill.
Man,
she put it in the freezer because it's liquor. It don't freeze.
Yeah, it don't freeze. It just get cold.
Real cold. But yeah, I took a. I threw a little bit back and had to go straight to the bathroom.
Man, that's tough, man. But okay, so Mike, let's talk. I'm gonna mention one thing and then we're gonna leave into a second thing. So some people, I was talking with Sheridan and Alicia, they were like, why do some guys want to break up over the holidays? I'm like, because they don't want to buy you a gift. Like, let's be real. Like that is the plan. The
best thing to be at the holidays is the side dude. Like you don't want to be the main dude. You want to be the side dude because if I'm the side dude, then I ain't got to really do a whole lot. Like side dudes have the best life.
All you got to do is handle your business, and that's it. So
you handle your business. I don't have to buy a whole lot because how you gonna explain gifts from me? Like how you get that from? We ain't got to go too many places because how you gonna explain us being together out? In this place that you and your man might be there,
which means I ain't got to buy you food. It means I ain't got to take you to the movies. I'll
buy you some food. I'll go get some takeout and bring it back to the crib. But I ain't got to do nothing. And that was, I did the side dude thing for a little bit early high school, and I loved it so much. I had a little thing. I was a side dude. Her man was having issues and all this kind of stuff, and it was great for the little bit that it was going on. But then she found out she was pregnant by dude, so she went back to dude. But yeah, man, being a side dude is it.
So you like being the side dish, and not necessarily.
No, I enjoyed it at the time. I'm me now.
You migrated on the entree?
I am a serial monogamist. Like I don't really want to be about that life. Like I tried the two chicks thing. It lasted about a good 3 weeks for me, having two chicks, and I just couldn't do it because having to keep both of them straight, like their likes and dislikes and all of this other stuff, like it just didn't work for me.
Yeah, the juggle is tough. Like that's part of the game. Like that part of the game, it's tough, man. It's tough. It comes with the territory. It's literally like learning a playbook. You literally have to learn a playbook.
Right. So I can't do that now. Like me personally, like I said, right now I'm a serial monogamist. I'm really not about that playing around life. And of course, I don't really want to cheat on nobody because I've been cheated on, and that's a terrible feeling. And I definitely don't want to give that feeling to somebody else. Right.
Simpson said the side dudes and side chicks during the holidays be winning. Said this side chick knows that the block is hot on the holidays, so gotta stay in the house. And said Mike trying to have side conversation. You gotta trying to have conversations with side chicks. You gotta keep it simple to yes and no questions. Yes.
Nah. It's like you have to. Yeah, at the very least, you have to make her think that you're being attentive to the needs that the main ain't You know what I mean? But
Right.
she got to tell you what the main ain't doing for you to show up for the little bit of time y'all got, and then
For you to throw your side cape on.
yeah, you throw your cape on just for the little bit of time you got, and then you slap it up, flip it, rub it down, and then you pack her up, send her back to her man. Like
right. That's what you do. That's what you do.
Right.
Used to say side chicks make the world go round. So, but yeah, man. So, but here's the thing, man. So when you break up with somebody,
I can't get a young chick. He said, get you a young chick, and she isn't worried about anything because she doesn't know anything. But like, I got to be careful about that because I got a daughter. Like my idea of young women is completely different now that my daughter is now a young lady. I got to be careful about like how I approach. That's why I went 10 years older instead of 10 years younger. Like I can't. I don't think I don't think I can go very much younger than myself at this point. Like I just can't do it.
All right. Well, listen, man. So when you break up with somebody, right? Like it's supposed to be broken, right? So here's the thing, man. So I want to say this because this is what was running through my head as I was playing Assassin's Creed Origins this weekend. It's like, okay, so the storyline is like this. It felt like a breakup. It felt like we broke up, but the person you broke up with still having feelings, right? And I say that because I was playing Assassin's Creed Origins. Now, keep in mind, this game was after Syndicate, which was after Unity, which was after Assassin's Creed Revelations. Okay? Keep all of this in mind. You can't bring up a storyline that you killed 3 games ago and act like everything's cool, like you still have feelings, like you still love that storyline. We broke up. We broke up in Unity. We broke up in Syndicate. And now you're going to try to bring it back? Are you serious from me right now? Like, come on, man. Like, you don't even have to make those connective threads. Let it go. We broke up. Things weren't working out for you.
The word for today is bereft. They seem to be bereft of ideas.
Right. I mean, dude, like, man, I'm sitting here looking at and I'm playing this game. I'm like, dude, we just went over this in AC3, and guess what? It was terrible the first time we went over that, or AC Revelations.
It's like the first 3 seasons of The Flash.
It's like Supergirl. No, I'm just playing.
Bruh. The what you call it, the crossover is happening this week, and I only watched like the first 2 episodes of this season, so I gotta wait on the crossover. Man, it's gonna be a problem.
Right. It's gonna be a problem. Because you're gonna have to catch up. I know. You ain't gotta explain it to me. But no, man, so when you guys play Assassin's Creed Origins, there is a meta story, there still is a present day. But some of the things that happened in the older game, not in the non-present day stuff, comes back and rears its head again. And you're gonna be sitting there looking at it like, man.
But I mean, kind of like what you said. If it's in the throwback part, well, it kind of should be there because it's still in the throwback part. Well, it's not. But if it's not, yeah, I know you can't really tell me. I mean, not that I'm gonna play the game, but somebody listening might. But
well, it actually is present day. I'll take that back. It is present day threads.
Okay, so present day. So if it's in the present day, then I see
it's a problem. Man.
I see the problem.
It's a problem.
But if it's something that was brought back, but is in the past part of the game, then I understand it being there.
It's just a simple principle of Mike. We didn't work out for a reason. You can't still have you can't forget that we broke this thing off for a reason. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, but I mean when they call you every time they get drunk,
what you gonna do?
What you gonna do? Except for just remind them, like, hey, at this point we are both where we need to be. You stay where you are. I'm gonna stay where I am, and we can be cool, but it ain't gonna be like that no more.
And that's how it is. But that game is great if you do want to play it. Recommend it a lot. Man, the deals have been ridiculous today. That game is like $25. No, Middle Earth Shadow War is like $25. Man, I picked up for us, Mike. I picked it up for us, dog. Persona 5 and Uncharted Lost Legacy. I know you ain't playing no Persona.
Chase is the only person that's happy about this.
Right. But I picked it up, so it's digital. You know, we're gonna be able to play that thing. And man, if y'all,
I would try it. But I don't really care very much for JRPGs. And the playthrough that we were doing of Persona 4, like we did hours and hours of Persona 4, and there was no combat, like none,
right.
So I mean, but people speak highly of 5.
P5 starts off differently. It's
Okay,
the first 20 minutes is all combat, I think, and then story and a little bit sprinkled.
Yeah, so, it's people speak really highly of 5.
Yeah, I've been looking forward to it.
I'm just like, I would try it, but I ain't about to put nothing down on that.
Yeah, I've been looking forward to it. My boy Teddy came up to me at work today and was like, "Hey, Teddy Jam." So he came up and is asking me. He was like, "Hey man, so it's Cyber Monday. Any good deals going on?" And so I was like, "Well, what are you looking for?" And he was like, "Mainly electronics." And he started isolating down the games. And I was like, "All right, this is what you need to get." And so I was telling him what he should get. And he was looking at some of the games and asking me. He asked me, should I look at Destiny 2? Or should I look at Call of Duty? And I told him this, Mike. I said, well, you know, Destiny 2 is sci-fi, Call of Duty is realism. Like it's realistic. It's World War II. They went back. However, if you have a bunch of people that you normally play multiplayer with, then get Destiny. It'll probably serve you. If you don't have a bunch of people that you play multiplayer with, but you still want to play multiplayer, get Call of Duty. Like it's that simple. So that's what I told him.
Yeah. It's. I mean.
Look at his face. And
personally, I haven't played Destiny in some time.
Boy, I still hadn't finished it.
I played Destiny maybe once or twice in the last about month or so. It's just I just had other stuff going on. It ain't got nothing to do with the game. And then people started wolfing about Destiny, throttling your XP once you get over 20 and all this other stuff. And I'm like, who cares? Like, because all right, so we have been talking about this whole loot boxes thing for quite some time now, especially regarding around Battlefront. But what we're talking about in Destiny is cosmetic loot boxes. It's not anything that's going to give you any sort of competitive advantage. If it's not giving you a competitive advantage, who effing cares?
Right.
I'm serious. Like all you gamer nerds, like let's be real.
Okay.
I understand how you feel about Battlefront. Mm-hmm. And you know, it's not my cup of tea no matter how you look at it. But like if you gotta grind like 40 hours before you can get one good character, that's bad game design.
Absolutely.
And you should be upset about that. But like if you aren't upset about the cosmetic loot boxes in Overwatch, which I know a lot of you nerds care about, then you shouldn't care about Destiny because it's just bright engrams which don't actually do anything really significant for your character at all.
Yeah, man. Look. Here's the thing, guys.
Yo, people are still complaining about the shaders, dog. Like, bruh, do you know how many shaders I have? Like, bruh, it's not, if I want to change my colors, I can change my colors. Like, it's not even that serious. What is wrong with you people?
Look, man.
Yes, and I mean you people in that sense.
You people. Okay, so here's the thing. All right, so look, guys, girls, ladies. Games cost a lot more nowadays to make than they have ever. The prices continue to skyrocket. Guess what? Because publishers and developers don't get money to those secondary sales markets, so the game stops and the mom and pop shops, when that game is resold, they don't capture any of that revenue. The money's flying out of the window. So what they're trying to do is implement monetization sources so that they can continue to make money, so they can continue to make the games you love to play. And my thing is this.
You want to know how you make sure that stuff doesn't happen?
Don't lie.
Make digital games cheaper.
You can. Absolutely.
I mean, that's the answer to all of your problems, game development community, industry, whatever you want to use. The answer to all of your problems is do what you said that digital downloads would do in the first place. You said digital downloads would be cheaper to do because we don't have to worry about packaging.
Mm-hmm.
Because the packaging and the shipping and all of that stuff is a monumental cost.
Yes.
Well, you can get rid of that cost by focusing your efforts on making sure that people know that the digital versions are available and discounting them even just a little bit. If I have decent internet and I can get the game a little bit cheaper by going digital, I'm just gonna go digital.
Right.
Like, it just makes sense.
That's what I did today.
But you made the digital and the hard copy the same price. Now you have to worry about that secondary market. If you didn't do that, if you would have focused on the digital and just dropped the price down $5, that's all you really have to do. Just I mean I would prefer 10. I would prefer 10, but if you would have just lowered the price $5, that $5 is gonna make a huge difference to me, Joe Gamer, who, like, I'm at this point, I'm basically a casual player at this point. So like that $5 makes a huge difference. And then what I can do is put, if I really like the game, I might put the $5 back in the game through your microtransactions. And, like, you know what? Maybe I do want some cosmetic pieces, so I'll buy some silver in Destiny. Right. And, I know I got an extra $5.
Right. And here's the thing, like Simpson said, man, once you go digital, you don't go back. Now, Simpson is, he's waiting to pick up a system, right? He hasn't jumped in this generation yet. He got 360 last gen, played them Final Fantasies last gen, that Final Fantasy 13. And so he's waiting. But he said, yeah, the digital should be cheaper, like a CD versus a download. Like, it should be. And that's the structure, and that is the benefit.
That's the reason why that iTunes became what iTunes was.
Exactly.
Because
you get an album for $10.
iTunes was like, bruh, you know what? We know that y'all stealing a whole bunch of music, and we know that you put your internet and stuff at risk. How about we just make this easier? Like, we just make this easier. At the time it was like, it's $1 a song. So if you only like a couple songs, buy those couple songs, go about your business.
Right. Or you're right, it's $1 a song, or you can just get the whole album for 10. Done.
Right. Done. And I mean, it's like $129 now for a song. I mean, it's like bad over there in Apple. Yeah. Unless you got Apple Music where you pay for the subscription and you can do as you do. I'm cool on that. I mean, I already got Google Music, and
exactly. What do
I have I have a free Spotify account that I never use.
And I use Spotify for free as well. So I mean, so my thing is, you guys need to understand, like, with the complaining about the loot boxes and stuff, like, understand what you're going with your eyes wide open. Know that you're going into a games, particularly with a publisher. Destiny is Activision, man. Battlefront is EA, especially with publishers who about that loot. Come on, son.
Just because Bobby Kotick stopped talking don't mean he ain't still around there somewhere.
Right. He still got his pockets open waiting to get money deposited into him. Like, that's what he doing.
Right. The worst thing for Activision was Bobby Kotick just running his mouth.
Right. So look, guys, just understand that is what's going down. Mike, before we move on out of here, because I got one more topic, and then we'll go into what you've been watching and playing and stuff. Look, man, we were talking today about food, and I needed to bring to everyone's attention, man, that not everyone knows what a double down is. Not everyone understands what a double down was, and I still say that the double down is one of the most underappreciated fast foods items.
I say the same thing now, the same thing I've always said. I never tried a double down. I'm fat, but I'm not that damn fat.
Look, man, the KFC double down was legit. The KFC double down was 2 chicken breasts that acted as buns that held within it cheese, bacon, and some KFC sauce. And for the people who wonder, just Google Double Down, KFC space double space down. Go out there and look at the first couple of images, and you'll see exactly what your boy is referring to. The Double Down is where it's at.
No, it's not, dog. Like, you can't, like, that always, even from the very beginning, it looks like a heart attack waiting to happen. And I love double quarter pounders with mac sauce, and I'm like, no, that's too far.
It's too far? Look, the Double Down.
I'm like, that's too far, dog.
The Double Down, look at it. Look at it. It's looking at you right in the face. The Double Down, Monterey Jack cheese, sauce, bacon.
At the very least, you cut out some of them carbs.
You true that. The name of it is the Double Down, Simpson. The KFC Double Down, and I think they bring it back every so often. But look, the Double Down was underappreciated. Like I said, it's not the greatest thing. It's not gonna blow your socks off, but I think it was underappreciated still. You know, because think about it. You got breaded chicken. You don't actually need bread on something that's breaded already. You got bread on it already. So that was my logic. You know what I mean? So
really, that's how you going?
Yeah, that's how I'm getting down with it, man. So but yeah, so the Double Down was underappreciated. Mike, man, I do have something in what you've been watching, like in your ear, or what you've been consuming. But what else have you been doing? Still doing RimWorld, I presume?
I haven't played much. I mean, I have my daughter with me, and all she wants to do is play The Sims. So I basically sat there watching her play The Sims, and all then I did buy one thing on the I did buy Dogs and Cats for her because it was on sale. It's the new expansion. I know she ain't got some of the stuff in between, but I bought her Dogs and Cats, and just watching her play, I was just like, yo, how in the world do you do this without me? Like, seriously, like, I'm like making suggestions. I was like, maybe you should do this. And like, I was doing that pretty much this whole time. And I'm like, how in the world do you play this game without me? It's like, what are you doing? Like, you keep forcing her to work when clearly she has to pee. Like, make a bathroom. Like, it was like that type of stuff. Like,
that's funny, man. It's
like seriously, she has to pee. I need you to do something. I need you to do something better for yourself. But yeah, that's what I did. I didn't play much RimWorld at all in the past week. But the little bit that I played, they still trying to kill me, and that's cool.
Right. You're like, that's cool. That's cool. Look, man, I'm gonna say, man, I bought way too many games, right? So got Assassin's Creed for my son, but we game share. So I've been playing that. Tales of Berseria, which is one of the newest Tales games, which I've heard nothing but good reviews about. It was down to $20. I picked that up. As I mentioned, I picked up Uncharted Lost Legacy, which was $20, and I also picked up Persona 5, which was $30. And so, and then telling you, man, so much stuff, so many things purchased this Black Friday, man. Got the wife and my son some phones because they needed them, because the old phones you have my old phone, so so
it's starting to get a little long in the tooth.
Yeah, man. And so there were some pretty good sales out there, so I hooked them up with that. And no, man, everything was good though. I mean, it's been a really good Thanksgiving season thus far, man, and I'm really going hard at work. And yeah, man, I feel like I'm getting stuff accomplished. I'm learning things, man. I'm figuring stuff out. Like, man, have you ever just been like chewing on a problem, and then I figured something out today I've been trying to figure out for like the last week and a half, and I was like, dang it, that's how you do that. And I was like, I feel good, man. So that's what's up, man. So I'm really excited about that. But man, also, finally, I'm about 85 episodes into Dragonball Super now. Dog, it is great. Okay. It's greatness, man. Like, if you like Dragon Ball, it's good, man. Dragonball Super is really good. It's fun to watch. It's really good, man. So I'm loving the fact that my boy Vegeta is no longer like a casualty. You know what I mean? Like, he's no longer like a hindrance. He is beast. So
he's a beast, but like every time is like somebody put a meme up. It was like every time Vegeta think he equal now, it is show somebody like walking in the door, like hanging in the door holding something. It was like a new form.
Right.
So every time he think he's straight, he ain't straight.
Yeah, every time. But that's the thing, though, man. Like he's still a monster, though. Like he is still monstrous, and I like Vegeta, though, man. He's funny. It's pretty good. But like I said, I highly recommend that you guys get out there, you check it out. Remember, Mike, I gave you that site last week, man. Go out there and check that stuff out, because you can just skip from next to the next to the next and just keep rolling. So, man, I think that's about it, Mike. You got any other shout outs, anything, man? I'm about to get up out of this piece.
Man, shout out to the people, man. Like I like I said, I unplugged a little bit for Thanksgiving. I just wanted to spend some time with my people, especially spend a lot of time with my daughter. She's awesomely spoiled. Very much spoiled, and that's all my fault. Don't tell her I said that. But I hope each of you had the good times and everything with your fam, and y'all enjoyed this holiday, and you'll enjoy the next, because that's what it's really all about. Like it
Absolutely.
could, we could say it's all about like the stuff that you get and all that kind of stuff. Like, nah, it's not just the stuff you get. It's about the, it's about the relationships that you build and maintain with your people.
Right. Right.
And
agreed.
And that's why I really enjoyed hanging out with my couple of people, and I hope that y'all got to spend time with more people than I did.
Mm-hmm. That's what's up, man. Well, look, shout outs to the live crew who joined us today, Simpson and his Dervix up in this piece, and so appreciate that. And shout outs to my boy, Tim Pan Alley. I believe his birthday was last week. I don't know if we caught it on the show last week, but just want to say,
think so.
Happy belated birthday to him. We hit him up on Twitter, but happy belated birthday to him.
I hit him up on Facebook, so we got that covered as a crew.
For sure, man. Tim Pan, good people, man. So, mad shout outs to those people. Shout out to my oldest son. Birthday's today.
Okay.
So yeah, man. So just.
So how are we talking now?
19, man. So 19. He's grown. He know everything.
So that nigga invincible.
He feel like it, right? He
walking around like when you was 19, you felt like you was invincible.
You couldn't tell me nothing, man. I was eventually way above my weight. Come on, son.
You couldn't tell me a damn thing at 19.
Oh no, man. At 19, at this point, I had just met Simpson, and I was about 3 months into college, and it was greatness, man. Like, it was awesome. I had a great time. I had met some people. We were kicking, lounging, laughing, going to parties, trying to find a work life, trying to find a school life balance. It was something else, man. So it's a great experience, though. So I recommend it for everybody. But man, that's about it. Man, we out here early, dog. I feel good.
Shout out to Mount Baker Vapor, who did a Cyber Monday deal that I just did. If you heard the typing through my microphone, that's what I was doing, because the deal ends at 8:00. So I was.
So you trying to get in it? You trying to get in it?
Yeah, I was still on the show, and then I walked away to go get my wallet real quick.
I was wondering why you walked away. Did you run out of?
Speaking of my wallet, shot down to Bank of Damn America.
Oh man. Now,
I don't have the kind of beef that everyone seems to have with Bank of America, because most of the time, if I have a problem with Bank of America, it's really because of something that I did. So I can't really be mad.
Can't really be upset,
I bought that extra thing knowing I ain't really have all of the money.
Right.
Like, so I knew that. I knew that. Yeah, that was on me. I never had them really do anything. And this time, it really kind of isn't their fault, but kind of is. So I went to use my card on the 14th. Told me that that my card has been used at a place they don't like, so they was gonna shut my card down and send me a new card. Well, they never told me. Like, I got an email sent, but it got sent to the spam folder, so I never saw the email that they had sent me days before saying that it would stop on the 14th. And they have my phone number. They could have sent me a text message, something.
Man, yeah, that's
Like
well.
so I ain't even get that. So like my car stopped working. So I'm checking, trying to see what's going on. And the car did the last address that I gave them, which was my old work address on the other side of town. I kept calling over there like every day, like, yo, did it come yet? Did it come yet? Did it come yet? No. Pause. But but and then so I'm trying to figure it out. So I have Friday off. So I go on Friday, on Black Friday, I'm sitting in the bank, and there's a bunch of Latinos in there, and the one brother who knows that he ain't properly equipped to speak to the Latinos, of course, came to talk to me. So I'm sitting there waiting to get a temporary card.
Okay.
And like I said, it's wall-to-wall Latinos in there. There's like 3 non-Latinos in this building. Well, 4. Me, Pooh Bear, this brother that's working, and there was a white lady at the little front desk. Like those are the only non-Latinos in this whole bank.
Man.
So like there was a lot of them, and they all spoke Spanish. It was a little weird. And it's weird because everybody's talking around you and you don't understand nothing they talking about.
Rosetta Stone, bro.
But yeah, he told me to pull up he told me to pull it up on my app. So I pull it up on my app and I see where they're sending it to. And they sent it to my old P.O. box that I closed 6 months ago. And that's the reason why I never received it.
Man.
So I update my address. I was already waiting in the bank for like an hour. I was like, you know what, screw this, I'm leaving. So I leave and I just pull all of my money in cash out of that account, and I just take the cash with me, and I'm just like, I'm not sitting here waiting all this time for just a temporary card, because as long as I was waiting, there was still one person in front of me.
Man, goodness.
And like everybody was taking forever, dog. Like it was bad. It was bad. But they was all speaking Spanish, so I don't even know how detailed their problems were.
Hey, you just gotta ride an age. Maybe it was difficult. Clearly,
it
was
difficult.
Just,
I was just like, bro, you know what? I'm look, we sitting here, me and Pooh Bear sitting there looking at each other like we hungry. Let's go get something.
Right.
Let's go get something to eat. So I pulled out the cash and we left, and I updated my address, so hopefully they're gonna send me the card to the right address, and I can activate my card and be all right. But it's been like all of my monthly stuff has been bouncing. Amazon did some shady stuff, bruh.
Man,
let me tell you what Amazon did.
All right.
So my Amazon Prime was coming up.
$100 bucks.
And so no, I do the monthly.
Okay. Because
I turn it off if I know I'm not going to use it. So I do the monthly. It's like $10.99 a month. No big deal. So my card didn't work. So my girl has bought stuff on my profile before.
Mm-hmm.
They just put it on her card.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
Wow. I'm dead serious. They just put it on her card. It was just like, all right, then we just put it over here.
Bogus. That's bogus.
It was dirt nasty, but you know what? If I was Amazon, I kind of don't blame them.
Bogus, man. I don't know, bro. That's
unabashed as well. Like, okay, so this didn't work. I got another card here. You want me to put it over there?
I'm just gonna put it over there. Do you call?
You know what? I'm just gonna put it on another card.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do that. It's sitting out there waiting on me to put it on.
So I'm wasting all of my checks right now, writing checks to like my girl for at first it was she would do stuff for me and then I had to pay her back.
Yeah, reimburse her for it. Yeah.
But she ain't got Bank of America because of course she's one of those people that hates Bank of America. So I gotta write her a check for the stuff that she's doing for me. My car is working a little bit now.
Oh, that's good, man. That's good.
Apparently, and I said this on the Scarcasm that's not out yet. Apparently, fellas, go get a tune-up.
Yeah, you should probably go get a tune-up, bro. You should do that every year.
Because if you don't get a tune-up, your spark plugs corrode, and then you have oil from the engine go up in the spark plugs, and that causes your car to kind of stall when you're trying to accelerate.
Yeah, you should probably have done that. I thought you knew that.
I probably should. I don't know nothing about cars. Like, bro, I don't know nothing
Bro,
about
you
cars.
can just go online and get it. There's a maintenance schedule. There's a default maintenance schedule you can get out there that breaks it down by mileage and year of ownership. You good. Just get it and print it out or save it to Google Docs or whatnot, and you're good to go. But y'all, we got to get up out of here. So everybody, thank you so much for watching and or listening to this. Is exactly an hour. Facetious 99. Look, we got with AA. Provided his work schedule is clear, he's good to come here next week. So he'll be here celebrating 100 with us, and so we really appreciate it. But like my boy Timo would say, peace, love, and happiness to everybody. Thank y'all for listening. And like Russell Simmons would say, thanks for coming, y'all. Peace out. Good night. God bless. What do you say? God bless and good night.
Thanks for coming out. God bless. Good night.
God bless. Good night. All right, y'all. Peace out to the Warriors.